Dear family and friends, Assalamu alaikum. I want to thank you all for all the kind messages of condolences and prayers that you have sent about recent passing of my friend and husband of my sister Najma, that is late Anwar Muhammad Naimi. Anwar has indeed been a friend and a source of inspiration to me for many, many years. Anwar has gone through great many struggles over the last 44 years, but his most recent struggle started about 44 years, about 2 months ago. A friend of his had approached him to do ground testing for a new all-Muslim cemetery that was going to be established in Toronto. Anwar did all the required ground testing, worked through his company, Soil Probe, and I understand that he did not charge a single penny for his work. About 2 months ago, he was invited by his friend, the owner of the graveyard, to come and participate in the inauguration ceremony. That afternoon, Anwar went there and participated. On the way back, it was very heavy rain, and while coming off a road, a highway in Toronto, his car obviously slipped and hit a iron railing by the side. Normally, it would not be a very serious accident, especially when he was driving a very strong and well-built BMW. But fate had something else in store. Anwar was severely injured. When the police found him, he had essentially expired. He was not breathing. They revived him, brought him to the hospital, and I'm told that his heart stopped beating again. They again revived him. On examination, they found injury to the brain, injury to the rib cage, injury to the lungs, injury to the spinal cord, and many other injuries to the arm and other parts of the body. The doctors did not think that he is going to last long. But this amazing man, who, as I said, has been struggling for a long time against all odds, he surprised the doctors all the way. In those 2 months that he was in the hospital, they did many surgical procedures on him. They tried and thought that they had succeeded fixing his lungs. They did surgery on the back to fix the spinal cord, and numerous other procedures were done. Every day that he lived was a miracle. The whole family, we were amazed at how Anwar was struggling to keep his life. There were times when he opened his eyes and he clearly recognized his wife, Najma. When he even followed commands, like he squeezed my head, and look left, look right. I mean, all different kind of commands that he was giving, he was following. So it was every day was a miracle. But of course, Allah has His own way. And last Wednesday, when his kidney, which was, by the way, transplanted and donated by my sister about 8 years ago, when that kidney stopped working, the doctors decided to start dialysis. And we were in the room just few minutes ago, his passing, and the doctors wanted to do some procedure and prepare his kidney for receiving dialysis. That's when his son Mashal and I decided to uh, go home and rest of it. And Najma was asked to stay outside. And within a couple of minutes, he just breathed his last. The man's entire struggle of 2 months was the story of daily miracles, daily hopes, and how to the very end he fought. May Allah bless his soul. I must share with you that this man, who was a very healthy young man, uh, when he did his engineering in Hyderabad, when he started teaching there, and then he got a scholarship to go to England, and he married my sister, and they came to England. He was a healthy man. When they arrived in Canada about 44 years ago, they found that he had serious kidney problems. This led to dialysis for long periods of time. This led to two transplants. Now, throughout this period, one would have thought that this man with MPhil from Imperial College in London will be content to look after his health and to get a stable 9 to 5 job and simply focus on saving his life and establishing his young family. But that is not what Anwar was. Anwar was a very ambitious man. He wanted to establish his own company. Okay, we all advised him, don't do that. It's too risky. But the man went ahead, established a partnership, started doing reasonably well. He was up for transplant. And he called me. He said he wants to leave this partnership and go on his own. I was amazed. I said, Anwar, thank your God and stay put. But no one could stop. And he established Soil Probe on his own with such a record of success that Allah blessed him so much that Anwar became one of the most well-known person who would help anybody who would come through charity and through loans or whatever that he could do. And this was shown in the enormous number of people who came to visit the family. White, black, yellow, Pakistanis, Indians, Bangladeshis, they all came. And in the enormous number of people who came to his janazah prayer and who came to the graveyard to bid farewell to him. Anwar was an amazing man. I hope I haven't said anything which I should not. I wanted to share these things with you just to show you that this man was an amazing man. He did too many wonderful things, which is difficult to recall in a short video. May Allah bless him. Please remember him. Please do dua. Thank you very much. Assalam.